I think we should really dig into what we came here for.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, what we came here for was I want to hear your top 5 cinematic athletes.
Oh,
Top 5 cinematic athletes
Of all time.
You know, and
Of
do we
all
want to go
time.
in? Do we want to go in order? Do we want to go in order here, or do we want to get? Let's just go one by one. One by one. Don't got to be in order. But I'm gonna give. I
got my 5. I got 5 through 1.
I got my 5 already.
I'll do number 5. I'll start with number 5.
Number
And
5,
if y'all want to start with number 5.
I'm gonna start with number 1 because I don't think anybody's gonna put this guy at number 1. But I think
don't
he
give
deserves
away
it.
your number 1. Just
think he
do
deserves
your
it.
number 5.
Okay.
And I'll go number 5. We'll go around, and we'll go number 4. We'll
Okay.
go around.
Okay.
I also threw an honorable mention in there because I really I wanted to put this guy in there, but it was really hard for me to understand how his career was.
All right.
So can I give an
Go
honorable
ahead
mention?
and get your honorable mention out of the way.
My honorable mention is Rod Tidwell. Like he had 110 catches for 1,500 yards, but he was in the later part of his career when he did that. So I don't know how good he was, but I mean
did they give them stats?
I had so I had to look it up. There was a broadcast.
That's impressive.
I did my research.
Impressive.
There was a broadcast in the movie where they said, yeah, he's got 110 catches for 1,500 yards. It was like not Jim Nance, but it was one of those guys who did it in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, damn, like that's a pretty good season. Like that's a very good season. So he's my honorable mention.
Honorable mention. I like that.
All
right. I'm gonna start with my number 5.
Okay.
You give me your number 5. We'll go around. Then we'll go 4 all the way down to 1.
All
right. My number 5. Henry Rowan Gardner.
Oh man, he's on my list.
Is he on your list? That's
he's
fine.
on my list.
That's
He's on my
fine.
list.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine. That's
he's
fine.
on my
He can
list.
be on your list.
Okay.
We're gonna share some of these guys.
Does this have an age?
No. It's just athletes.
He's
No.
an athlete.
So I almost put Calvin
Okay.
from Like Michael in there too.
Okay.
He needed
Henry
the shoes
Rowan
there.
Gardner.
He was
Okay.
elite,
He was elite,
but he could only
but
throw
he had
straight.
a very short career.
Very short career.
Very short career.
But I mean, if that was
But
real life and you heard about
he's
that,
the-
it'd be talked about forever.
He's the only guy that played because of injury. Okay?
Yeah,
This is true.
That's impressive.
This is true.
That's impressive. Who's your number 5?
100 mile an hour fastball. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually had him on my number 5 as well.
Number
What?
5?
Yeah,
That's
he's my
what
number
I'm
5.
talking- Henry Rowan Gardner, baby.
I mean, for a 12-year-old to be throwing 100 miles an hour, I mean, come on. Come on. Don't get better than that. Now, he'd probably be higher up on the list if he had a better skill set, but he can only throw a fastball. He wasn't throwing no change-ups. He wasn't throwing
Well, he did throw the lob pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Floater. Yes, the floater.
There in baseball, we call it the eephus.
Yeah.
Was that your number 5?
That really was, yeah.
Oh, okay. My number 5, I don't know if you guys know this, is Dottie Henson.
Dottie Henson.
Yeah,
Dottie
she
Henson.
was nice.
If I had an honorable mention, that's
She
who
was
would be my honorable mention.
she was nice.
Yes.
She was nice.
Yes. She was,
That's probably one of the greatest female athletes of all
oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
yes, most definitely.
Between
Fiction.
her, the girl, $1 Million Baby.
Oh, yeah.
She was a contender. But again, and mostly because of. But I didn't know if that was based on a real story or not.
$1 Million
her-
Baby, I'm not sure.
Because she gets paralyzed at the end or whatever. She gets knocked and hits her head or whatever. So I wasn't sure. But you want to go number 4?
Number 4, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Okay.
He's on your list.
He's not on my list.
He's not on my list, but
He is not on my list.
He was a contender.
Yeah.
He's
He was a
not on my
contender.
list. You know what?
But he's not on there because he didn't. It was just the Sandlot. It was in the
Well, no,
Yeah.
he ended up playing for the Dodgers.
He played
He played for the Dodgers. He ended up stealing home base.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the reason why he's lower is because there wasn't that much play that he did.
Yeah.
It's more of the legend of Benny the Jet Rodriguez than they actually saw.
So you're number 4. My number 4, and this is the number 3 and number 4 for me can kind of go either way. But I'm gonna go Willie Beeman.
Ooh.
He was
Okay.
I will say,
again because I don't. Again, it's hard to know what these guys' careers were.
He's on your number. He's number 4 on your list.
He's number 4.
Yeah,
He's number
yeah,
4.
yeah.
Dang.
He's number 4 because I saw a lot of him that I liked.
Dang.
He was a competitor.
Willie Beeman killed it.
He really did.
Willie Beeman killed it.
he-
Also,
yes.
I almost threw what's his face on here from The Replacements. Keanu Reeves character.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Talk about short career.
Falco.
yeah. So he's my number 4. He's my number 4.
Or who's your guy number 4, Gary?
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Ooh,
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
he didn't make my list, but he almost did.
He was the best basketball player
So was his dad.
in the country, and his dad, and he was actually one of the best basketball players. In the
That's why
as well.
he didn't quite make it because I mean
sorry. Are we going?
now go
I
ahead.
kind of just
Go ahead. No, three.
So I'm switching my number because I keep looking at my list. My number 2 and 3 need to switch over, and we don't have to talk much about my number 2 or my number 3 now because he's the same as your number 4, Willie Beeman.
Okay. Number 3. Okay. So my number 3, and again, I just think unfortunately he had a short career, but when he was out there, he was a dog. Bobby Boucher. I'm gonna go Bobby Boucher. I'm gonna go
Boucher.
Bobby. I mean,
Okay, I will say me and Dominique have the same number 3.
Same number 3.
Same number 3.
elite
Same number
linebacker, man.
Water boy.
I mean,
Yes.
elite.
This is where it's going to get heavy. Let's top 2.
Okay.
The top 2 is going to get heavy.
And my number 1 is gonna be very controversial, but I'm throwing it out there.
My number 1 is probably going to be controversial too.
Okay.
But my number 2 probably is going to be in a lot of people's number 1.
I would have to agree.
Rocky.
Yeah, same here. Same here. That's my number 2.
That's your number 2?
That is my number 2.
Dang.
It's number 2.
That's my
Is that-
number 2.
That okay.
Rocky.
I'm interested to know who you guys' number 1 is. My number.
I feel like our number 1 might be the same.
I hope it's. I mean, I was really excited for number 1.
my number 2 is actually Willie Beeman.
Wow.
Willie
Yes.
Okay.
My number 2 is Willie
Okay.
Beeman.
Okay.
Rocky. I mean, he's the only one on probably anybody's list that got an actual literal statue of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But
kind of hard.
and they also say,
He's got-
they claim that he's based off of a real person, but the guy never got the rights or whatever. But I mean, he had a very tumultuous career. He's kind of all over the place.
his
No,
business
he's-
is still going.
He was
Technically.
champion.
I mean,
Multiple champion.
he had that dog in him, but he lost. He did lose.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do we want to go number 1 at the same time?
My number 1. I don't know if it's the same or not.
All right, let me hear it.
Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my
Forrest
gosh!
Wow.
Oh my god! Is it an actual sport though?
Forrest Gump.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
He played multiple sports.
Yeah.
Exactly why he's the best athlete.
and it
He's the
wasn't
only-
like-
he's the only 2-sport athlete on the list.
One of them was table
No.
tennis.
Oh no!
Exactly.
Oh, he ain't the only 2-sport athlete on the list. I got a multiple sport athlete at number 1.
Okay, hold on. Right.
Multiple
Let
sports.
me tell you
Hold
about
the press.
Forrest
Okay.
Gump.
Okay.
Who you got?
Forrest Gump played at Alabama under Bear Bryant. We didn't know about it.
Okay.
And then Forrest Gump went to the Olympics and played table tennis and won gold. He didn't just go.
I mean, he
Elite athlete, Forrest Gump.
Did he actually win gold? That's.
I believe he won gold.
I don't remember that
I
part
think
of the
he
movie. That's crazy.
So number 1, like I said, this is going to be very controversial. But if you're looking at it from an athletic standpoint, a multi-sport standpoint, an absolute dog,
Okay.
and a literal dog, Air Bud. I got to go Air
Are you
Bud at number
kidding me
1.
right now?
No,
Airbud.
he played every sport at an elite level. A dog.
Elite. He played high school sports like in a small town.
Yeah, hey, but still, he was a dog.
Just say elite level.
Hey, he played.
It was a 1A high school
He played basketball. He played football.
that didn't have a pet program.
He played soccer. He did it all for cups of yogurt.
First of all,
All for cups of yogurt.
no.
Do sport. Name.
First of all, there was a lack of competition there. Okay, there was no other dogs in the league. Okay, he didn't even play against like any cats.
He's doing
He's
humans.
just-
He's outdoing humans. He ain't even got hands.
He's more athletic than
He's
them.
scoring buckets with no hands. He can't even dribble the ball. He's literally
My Forrest Gump pick don't seem that bad now, does it?
he's not even
My-
he's not
my-
even a catch and shoot guy. He's
My
he's an
number
alley-oop
one.
threat.
My number one is Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa's
Okay,
number 1.
I mean that's fair.
That's my number
I
one.
think
he's a heavyweight champion of the world multiple times.
yeah,
He had a long reign, like
did.
5 movies,
yeah, maybe more.
maybe more. And I mean, I don't see how you can put a dog or
I said it's gonna be controversial.
or a table tennis, chess playing, fisherman above Rocky Balboa.
Don't forget War Hero.
Oh, and the war hero that got
I'm
shot
sorry.
in the butt.
You just named all the reasons why he is the number 1 athlete in cinematic
Yeah.
history.
Did this all while serving his country.
Not everybody can be a heavyweight champion, though.
I'm just saying, Air Bud.
Not everybody.
Tell
can
me,
be a
y'all are
heavyweight
tell me right
sleeping
now.
on Air
Hold
Bud.
on. Tell me right now that Forrest Gump couldn't if he wanted to.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
If anybody could
I
have,
don't think
it would have
so.
been Forrest Gump.
I don't think there's only one. There's multiple football players.
Are there-
there, multiple basketball players. There's only one boxer.
And there's only
It's Rocky
one
Balboa.
multi-sport athlete on here. and that's Airbud.
Oh my God.
That was Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I mean table tennis.
Yes.
I mean he did this all without breaking a sweat.
And he first trained on table tennis while he was saving our country.
Wow.
I mean-
Are there any other honorable mentions we want to throw in there? Anybody that we're missing?
I like Dottie. Dottie was going to be my
Dottie.
honorable
Dottie was
mention.
good.
Dottie cracked my top 5.
Rod Tidwell was good. Is anybody we're missing?
I mean, we're missing old dude from the program.
Yeah, and I can't think of what his name was.
What is
Middle
his name?
linebacker.
Oh,
Middle
Middle
linebacker from
yeah.
the program. He was a
Yeah.
different type of talent.
I should have
Also, honorable mention might be man, what was the movie?
Was it Alvin Mack? No.
Old boy from Major League
Yeah.
and old boy from Bill Durham.
David Latimer. What is his
Yeah.
name? Latimer. Latimer.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's also some athletes I wanted to put in there.
You can probably. I know you guys love golf. Could probably throw Happy Gilmore in there.
I did, and 10 Cup as well.
Yeah.
I thought about those two, but he just didn't. He didn't do it at the level of he did it with the
Yeah.
hockey stick. I was also thinking of the Mighty Ducks, but are they? But are they? Was there a specific athlete, or are they just one of the best teams, best cinematic teams?
Well, you got
I mean,
you got Banks.
like
What was his name? First name? That's the one.
Right,
Dave.
yeah.
Dave had sent me a list too, but I don't have my phone right now, so I can't look at the list. But Dave had Banks on there. Dave had also I can't remember the dude's name, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. Was it? Is it Josh Banks? Whatever it is for the Mighty Ducks.
yeah.
Banks. He was the game changer. He was hurt a lot, but when he came in, he was a game changer.
Yeah, he made it do what it do.
That's a good honorable mention for
Yeah.
me too.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Space Jam, there was a couple guys, but I was like, none of these characters really balled out. I mean, they couldn't win without MJ, so it was hard for me to throw.
He also
anybody else in
had
there.
what's the name from White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
considered it.
the literal name of that movie is the reason why he can't be
yeah.
as one of the best athletes,
Which they got a White Man Can't Jump too.
which was terrible.
So you want
Terrible. Worst
just-
movie.
I'm gonna give you
the
ESPN's rankings. They did a bracket.
They did a bracket thing.
They did a bracket. So it's Benny the Jet Rodriguez versus Dottie Henson, and it was Amanda Wuthers. I don't know, the Bad News Bears. Oh yeah. And then Pedro from Major League, and then Willie Mays. from Major League.
Pedro Serrano?
Willie Mays
From Major
Hayes
League?
or Willie Hayes Mays.
Yeah,
Willie
Hayes
Mays. Willie
Uh-huh.
Mays. Willie
Willie.
Mays. Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who else is on this list that might be Airbud again? Airbud's on the list.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just
Absolutely
saying.
ridiculous.
Airbud was
they
nice.
they like broke it down by sports,
Yeah.
and then they like.
I didn't really like that. I didn't like
Yeah.
that league, like, because they got Ivan Drago on here. Like, he was on steroids. He was on literal steroids.
We don't know that.
Well,
What do you mean we don't know that,
Did it say Drago was on steroids?
bro? They literally were pumping him with needles in the movie.
Were they?
Ivan Drago was a Russian he fought, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they were pumping him with steroids in the movie.
We
I didn't know
don't.
that.
We don't know. If
I'm
that's
100%.
or not.
Allegedly.
What else? Vitamins.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Could be, man.
Vitamins.
Could be. This
Alleged.
was the '80s, man.